Hello and Happy New Year, Good Vibe Fire Tribe. This is Terez Firewoman with hashtag Good Vibe New Year. Now, being that this is the first week of 2021, I wanted to do something a little different and kind of extra special to help you start this next chapter of your life strong. So today, I'll be sharing a powerful article with tips and tools that can and will get you solidly moving onward, upward, and forward into a magical new year. Before I go any further, though, I want to give a special shout out to Transformation Coaching Magazine, a leading-edge publication with an incredible team of writers, influencers, and experts dedicated to sharing good news. Yes, good news, not negative crap. Transforming lives and empowering fellow coaches, mentors, and leaders. And I am so proud to have been a contributing writer with Transformation Coaching Magazine since 2012. And I have to say, since the beginning, I personally have found so much inspiration in the words and tools that flow from this wonderful team and this wonderful resource. So much so that I will be announcing a special collaboration with the founders, Joelle and Natalie Rivera, later this month. By the way, Joelle and Natalie also have another amazing site called transformationacademy.com. And I'm proud to have a couple of my courses that live on that site. So check that out whenever you get a chance. Now, the article and tools I'm about to share are from the January 2021 issue of the magazine, and I've included a link for you to access both the article and the full January issue of the magazine in the description section below. And if you're seeing this on Facebook, by the way, I've also included this info in my post. And by the way, in this article, you'll also get a taste of the lyrics of my new song, along with a few excerpts from my next online course, both called, you guessed it, Onward, Upward, and Forward. So, if this article ignites a spark in you today and you'd like to hear and learn more, just visit Terez, T-E-R-E-Z, Firewoman.com and hit the subscribe button. All right, there you have it. So without further ado, here is Onward, Upward, and Forward. Everything always in motion. When you look at the universe, what do you see? Everything always in motion. The galaxy's spinning, somewhere the wind blows, and there's always a wave on the ocean. Using this logic, it's fair to conclude to move is the nature of life. So instead of fighting to stand in one place, I'd rather get on and ride. Whether you look outward through a telescope or inward via a microscope, everything that is alive and thriving is in motion. It is no wonder then, when your thoughts, ideas, and physical body are moving towards something life-giving, you also thrive. Yes, it most certainly can and will take energy to go from a non-moving state to a moving state, whether in mind or body. But once movement has begun, it is amazing to see that not only is it easier to keep moving, but this motion forward actually gives you energy. Life is dynamic. All things are meant to evolve, expand, and grow, very much including you. So, instead of depleting your energy trying to make life, people, relationships, or yourself stand still, perhaps your focus, attention, and actions could be put to far better use by moving towards something bigger, better, and even more fabulous, thereby harmonizing with the perpetual motion of life, the universe, and everything. So let me ask you this. What action can you take now that moves you and your life onward, upward, and forward to groove with the natural rhythms of life itself? Fears or dreams? Pushed or pulled. Onward, upward, and forward to set a new course for my life. I'm tired of waiting. I'm ready to live instead of just merely survive. Onward, upward, and forward to an upgraded version of me. Instead of my fears, I will follow my dreams, for I'd rather go where they lead. Do you think you're more likely to discover greater health, abundance, love, and happiness if you listen to the mutterings and ramblings of fear, or the clear, powerful voice of your dreams? When it comes to change, most people wait until they're pushed into it by some form of extreme discomfort or pain, or just simply deal with change once it's been thrust upon them. And when you add to this with global change, COVID-19, etc., along with significant humans in your life having experiences that you would not have chosen for them, and boy, can this be one rough ride. If there's anything 2020 has taught us, it is this. We absolutely cannot control what the rest of the world does. So instead of waiting on the world to change, or for COVID-19 to be eradicated for all time, or for all people everywhere to love and respect each other all the time, how realistic does that sound to you? Why not turn your attention to what you can do and the changes you can make now? Instead of letting fear stop you from moving forward and ultimately getting pushed to change, what if you decided to take this opportunity to be pulled by possibility by asking yourself these questions? Question 1, what life or self upgrades am I open and willing to create and experience? Question 2, why are these changes or upgrades really worth pursuing? And question 3, how can I allow these changes with grace and ease so I can enjoy the process to the max? And by the way, I'm going to interject here. You know, if you actually use the pause button on your video and answer these questions now and the other questions that I'm going to mention in a little bit, you can actually start your journey onward, upward, and forward right now. Just saying. All right. Anyway, let's go back to announcer voiceover girl. Here we go. No matter what happens in the world, there are, have been, and always will be people who thrive. What if you decided to be one of them? What could be? Some people think only what is or what was is all our next chapter can be. But I'd rather look to what could be instead, to create a brand new legacy. New dreams to be found and new questions to ask, like what more can I become? With heart and mind open, I'm making the most of my next trip around the sun. Onward, upward, and forward to the answers I'm ready to find. If I'm to become more than I've ever been, it's time to stop looking behind. What was, was. What is, is. But every new idea, invention, relationship, creation, or life experience that has ever become a reality throughout the course of history happened because someone had the vision and courage to dream of what could be. Did you know that Walt Disney, one of the most celebrated visionaries of all time, made a very specific point of almost exclusively looking forward? Rather than simply recreate the same proven things over and over, he was adamant about creating something new that had never been done before. And if you know anything about Walt Disney or the massive international empire he created, I'd say there's definitely some merit to his approach. If you would like to propel yourself into possibility and forward motion, Ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what new direction or decisions has my past helped me to discover? And question 2, what could be even better than what has been? Continually looking back to what was or fixating on the limitations of this very temporary moment in time only keeps you firmly planted in the very same patterns you're looking to transcend. If it is your intention to take your life beyond what has been, doesn't it make sense to move and focus forward first and foremost? Forward to expansion, freedom, and life. Onward, upward, and forward. This is the direction of life. I honor what's been and I breathe here and now, but forward is where I will find more. Onward, upward, and forward to know what it's like to be free. Instead of my fears, I will follow my dreams, for I'd rather go where they lead. Most humans certainly like having a sense of home base or a safe place to land, no doubt. But thriving and feeling truly alive comes from taking a step toward the new and tasting the unknown. Every Monday, I allow myself the great joy and pleasure of a solo local adventure in nature, and typically also take a solo multi-day trip once a year. Even though I may begin my journey along familiar routes or trails, I really love discovering a new destination, path, or point of interest along the way. I love tasting new wine, cider, craft beer, and/or food that sounds enticing. I love finding new treasures, hidden gems, or discovering the work of new artists. I love the feeling that happens when the idea for a new song, course, dance routine, article, retreat, or other creative project hatches in my brain. I love how proud I feel when I catch myself consciously responding differently to a familiar situation. I love learning new things. I love reaching for more, setting out on a treasure hunt of sorts, and then finding the next clue along the way. I love trying new things and taking new chances, and either learning something new about myself or my subject, or watching a beloved vision blossom into fruition. I love meeting high-vibe new people with brilliant ideas who expand my horizons, or getting to be a catalyst for expansion for them. I love beginnings. I love discoveries. I love fun. I love the next beautiful thing that may be around the next corner. And you know what? I love knowing that whenever it is my time to board the ship to the undying lands, I can truly say, I lived. The bottom line, onward, upward, and forward. This is your moment, friends. You can choose to fight and struggle to keep the status quo and live a life where fulfillment, joy, and passion are nothing more than empty words. Or set yourself free to venture onward, upward, and forward to move toward the evolution and more that is calling you. No matter what the world around you may choose, it is my great wish and intention for you in this new year, new day, and new moment that you choose to fully, madly, deeply live. For your joy, vision, courage, and example of a bold, beautiful life well lived and filled with well-being, abundance, and love can show any and all who are open and willing that life is happening now and onward, upward, and forward. Happy New Now. All right, guys, so there you have it. If you enjoyed this article, if it spoke to you, if it moved you in any way, and you'd like to be notified when the new song, the new course, or any other adventures that I'm up to are happening, just visit Terez, T-E-R-E-Z, firewoman.com and click on subscribe. Here's to focusing onward, upward, and forward, to allowing your success, and to living life on fire.